was. No, you're all right. You're all right. Now, the cameras we got here are a little larger.
I see.
Do sit down, Fluff. It was great. It was a great pleasure.
It was horrendous.
No, it wasn't.
It
no,
was.
It wasn't. I wouldn't have done... I've known you for too long to do anything horrendous. And the way you coped with it, catered with it, was brilliant.
You thought so?
Yeah, sort of. The idea was, the challenge for Fluff was that he had to be the video reviewer on the garden party. And, of course, the show goes out live, and he was given 2 videos to watch. The presenter of the particular sequence was Keith Chegwin. And, unfortunately, Keith immediately introduced a video that Fluff hadn't seen. Citizen Kane, in fact, which he once saw back in 1940, but he had a lot of trouble carrying this off. But he did!
And I'm talking to Keith, am I?
Yes, that's what he'll be asking
Right.
the question. This is the garden party. And
This is the
and
garden
we'll link
party.
in to Keith.
Yes, right, because I have seen it before.
Oh, right, okay.
I've seen the show, and I'm
Yes.
talking to Keith.
You're talking to Keith,
I'm
yes.
talking to Keith.
Right.
Don't look so worried, fellas. It'll all be over soon.
We're live at the garden party. It's time for our film review right now. And we've got a very special guest with us this morning, or this afternoon. Down there in the heart of Milton Keynes, Mr. Alan Freeman. Hi, Alan.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm not too bad at all. So you're a bit of a movie buff, are you?
Well, yes, a kind of a movie buff. I must say that of late I really am rather tired to watching a lot of television, and I enjoy it immensely.
Well, we're a little bit short of time today because of the extended news. We've got 2 films to review. The first being a film made in 1941, starring Orson Welles, the great actor himself, in Citizen Kane. Let's have a brief preview.
Oh, Charles, even newspapermen have to sleep.
Yes, they have.
Have you seen it?
Don't worry.
Are you sure?
What's the problem?
It's given him the wrong tapes.
It's the wrong video.
I sent him the wrong tapes. I sent Buddy something I was meant to send to someone else.
So,
Tommy Vance.
Don't
We've
worry.
seen it. He's seen it.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Someone else.
They're actually reviewing Citizen Kane. Alan said it's all right.
Alan, you reviewed the film. What did you think of it?
That was a tremendous film. I loved it.
So tell us a little bit more about it, Alan.
About what?
The film.
Tell you about the film?
Yeah, please.
In what way?
Well, tell us a bit more about the storyline, the script, the acting, the lighting, the camera work.
Well, I'm actually not one of those who are versed on talking about lighting and camera work, etc. I think that when you look at it, something like 50 years later, you find that it's a bit old-fashioned. I'm not in a position to tell you exactly how it was lit, how it was directed, but I do think it was very brilliantly acted.
The cameo role played by Cary Grant there.
Well, of course, Cary Grant has always been quite brilliant at playing any kind of cameo role that he's ever been introduced to in a film. And I think, actually, it was rather good to see Cary Grant not being slightly the comedian, but in fact being rather the serious actor. And that was interesting, too.
So how many times did you watch it then?
Pardon?
How many times did you watch it?
I watched it sitting home 3 times.
Okay, we can see a little bit more of Orson Welles. Smashing role, there you go, a bit more.
I made no campaign promises because
It's the guy I sent the wrong tapes. I'm sorry.
Yes, well, I've been so the greatest advantage, haven't
I'm
I?
so sorry.
That would be really helpful.
Officer.
Okay, stand by. 3, 2...
Alan, you still there?
Yes, I'm still
So, I
here.
think, what was the best moment in the film for you?
The best moment in the film... No, I can't tell you there was a best moment in the film. The film,
Okay, we have an expert with us, a man who's studied the film industry for the past 15 years. He's actually got a BA at Manchester University. It's Professor John Churchill, isn't it?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
So Alan's reviewed the film there. You've studied the film for
Yes.
about 15 years, and you've talked about it as well.
Yes, it's as Mr. Freeman said, it is an absolutely wonderful film. Well, what about another thing that absolutely fascinates me about it is the level of the narrative. Because many people have said that the narrative was on 1, 2, or maybe even 3 different, totally separate levels. That you had the narrative of the newsreader, and then you had the narrative level of the actual content of what he was saying.
I must say that in watching the film, I don't really feel that I have the qualifications to answer such a very important question.
What do you think about Alan's opinions on the film there?
Well, frankly, I'm not very impressed. I'm sorry to sound so rude, but I'd like to talk about probably one of the biggest films there's ever been. I mean, Photograph Too Far himself said that really everything that has occurred in the cinema since the 1940s has been totally influenced by Citizen Kane. And I don't feel that Mr. Freeman is getting to grips with it, with such an important film.
Well, you watched it 3 times, didn't you, Alan?
Well, I that is for sure. But of course, you know, sir, we all have our opinions. We don't always have to foster our opinions onto other people.
Yeah.
I have said what I think.
Yes, I'm not being rude.
Well, my own feelings is that one doesn't really have to quite go into such depth about the whole issue.
Maybe, Mr. Chetland, you shouldn't actually ask a disc jockey to review a film. I mean, that has...
Disc jockeys enjoy films as much as anybody else, sir.
Exactly.
Oh.
Make no mistake about that.
It's just the level of ignorance it seems to be about itself today, but anyway.
Thank you, John Churchill. We move on to... Sorry, Professor John Churchill. We move on to our second film today. That's Buddy Song. Let's have a brief preview of that now. We haven't got that at the moment, so I hear. Alan, can you just give me your opinions on that? Tell
Yes,
us about it.
the film Buddy Song was very enjoyable, light entertainment. I thought that Roger Daltrey was really very, very sensational. I thought that sometimes...
Pleased to meet you.
Hello, sir. How are you? I thought...
I'm sorry I'm so rude. I'm so sorry.
Why, sorry.
I'm so sorry for being so rude.
Oh, you weren't rude.
They've asked me to come down from Glasgow and tell you I'm sorry. I really am very sorry because you've been a disc jockey for so long.
I have been ad.
What's this reference?
Because the point is, I looked at 2 entirely different videos.
Did you really?
Yes, as you well know, Professor. And I will never talk to you again as long as I live.
Is that much of a threat, really? All things are considered.
I tell you, when he put Citizen Kane on the screen there, I thought that's the end of innings. I thought life, career, the whole thing is over.
Now, Citizen Kane won Academy Award. Nominated.
That's right, yes.
That's a big moment, isn't it? It's the Oscar. Alan Freeman.
That's mine.
Yes,
For
it
what?
is.
Well, for sitting here and being made a prat of.
Oh, my.
He really is stupid.
I don't want to talk to you ever again. I think I hate you. Are we live now on television?
No. You can say the word if you want.
Are a absolute total yeah. And I love you. How are you?
Brilliant. What on earth were you thinking when I went and sat next to you? I mean,
Well, you see, I was terribly confused because, first of all, it was the wrong film. Yeah. And I thought, it's live television. Yeah. And I've got to press on for at least 7 or 8 minutes. And I mean, I'd seen the film in 1940. Right. And I had never seen it for 50 years since. Yeah. So I had absolutely no idea. And when all of a sudden you appeared there, I thought, but that's funny, he's up in...
it was brilliant. Fluff, thank you so much. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, very, very good.